शास्त्रार्थ के पश्चात सदना पीर स्वयं वैष्णव हो गए। झल्लाए सिकंदर लोदी ने संत रविदास जी को दिल्ली बुलाया और मुसलमान बनने के लिए ढेरों प्रलोभन दिए। उत्तर में रविदास जी ने ये कहा, मैं नहीं दब्बू बाल गंवारा, गंग त्याग गहूं ताल किनारा, प्राण तजूं पर धर्म न देऊ, तुमसे शाह सत्य कह देऊ, चोटी शिखा कब हूँ तहि त्यागू, वस्त्र समेत देह भल त्यागू, कंठ कृपाण का करो प्रहारा, चाहे डुबाओ सिंधु मझारा। ये सुन सिकंदर लोदी क्रोधित हो उठा। रैदास जी बंदी बना लिए गए और उनके अनुयायी चमार घोषित कर दिए गए। उनसे चर्मकारी और मरे पशुओं के निपटान का कार्य बलपूर्वक कराया जाने लगा। उस समय रैदास जी ने जेल से कुछ यूं कहा, बादशाह ने वचन उचारा, मत प्यादरा इस्लाम हमारा, खंडन करे उसे रविदासा, उसे करो प्राण को नाशा, जब तक राम नाम रट लावे, दाना पानी यह ना पावे, जब इस्लाम धर्म स्वीकारे, मुख से कलमा आप उचारे, पढ़े नमाज जब ही चितलाई, दाना पानी तब यह पाई।
लोदी तलवार से शासन करता था। आम जन को डरा कर वह खुद को बड़ा जताता था, किंतु संत रैदास का प्रभाव सामान्य जनता पर ही नहीं बल्कि कई शक्तिशाली राजाओं पर भी था। लगभग 52 राजा, जिनका आधिपत्य राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश से लेकर दक्षिण भारत तक पर था, उनके शिष्य थे। मेवाड़ के अधिपति महाराज पीपा उनके सम्मान में खड़े हो जाते थे। और तो और मेवाड़ की महारानी मीराबाई उनकी शिष्या थी। यह सब देख लोदी भयाक्रांत हो गया। खिसियाए लोदी ने अंततः उन्हें मुक्त कर दिया।
एक इस्लामी राज्य में किसी ऐसे व्यक्ति को मुक्त कर देना जिसने लोगों की घर वापसी की हो, सामान्य घटना नहीं थी। इतिहास में ऐसे दृष्टांत निगण्य हैं। रविदास विजय की ये घटना अप्रतिम है। ऐसे संत रविदास जी को, जिन्होंने धर्म रक्षा में अपनी प्राण की बाजी लगा दी, जिन्होंने असंख्य वंचितों, पीड़ितों को आशा और विश्वास दिया, उन्हें हमारा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम।
Good evening, Vanakkam, Namaste and Sawadee-Kap. There are 78 Indian associations in Thailand alone. We need to have a collaborative effort for all these language-based and other Hindu organizations so that united we stand. We have to remember that. United we stand. History has proved at least twice when we were divided, we were beaten. So we have to win. In order to conduct the session of this collaborative session, we have with us two very distinguished moderators. We are lucky to have you both. I would like to introduce these two moderators. Before that, I would like all of you to close your mobiles. Many times whenever we say we don't do that, please take it seriously and close your mobiles. And we would like to say that the toilets and water and other facilities are available just at the back of this room. I would like to introduce Shri Rajendra Pandey, who is the president of WHP Southern Australia, Adelaide, Australia. Please come onto the stage, sir. Shri Rajendra Pandey is the president of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of Australia and national spokesperson for WHP Australia. He is currently serving as a captain in the Australian Army. We are proud of it. He is a Justice of the Peace for Southern Australia, a board member of the Australia Day Council of Southern Australia, a member of peak government body of multiculturalism, the South Australian Multicultural Commission, and a board member of Multicultural Communities Council of Southern Australia. He started several initiatives in Australia like Hindu Funeral Helpline, Hindu Women Helpline. He is the first ever VHP Sports Association initiator. The Cricket Club, Hindu Business Directory, Hindu Vivah and Jeevadan, a blood donation campaign. This is a proud achievement, sir. We also have another very distinguished personality as a moderator, Shri Subrahmanyam Ramarathinam. He is a software professional and coordinator of HOTA, New South Wales, Sydney, Australia. Shri Subrahmanyam Ramarathinam is a software professional working in Sydney-based companies since 1988. He coordinates New South Wales HOTA team of VHP Australia, which has been organizing annual HOTA meetings and Raksha Bandhan festival. Since 2014, he has been conducting these events. He conducts weekly Krishna Yajurveda classes to students in Australia. In fact, we have lack of such teachers all over the world. We are proud that he is able to teach such Vedic classes in Australia. In 2012, Shri Ramarathinam was responsible in establishing Vedic and Cultural Center of Australia called VCCA. Through VCCA, he has been coordinating various classes like Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam, etc. and organizing annual Laksharjanais, Ekadashi Rudram and Maharudram events in North South Wales. Thank you. And we have 6 panelists among us. And I would like to invite Ms. Pavantika, a young volunteer in Thailand, to come over and then introduce the panelists. Thank you.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome our 6 panelists. First, I would like to welcome on the dais Shri Shankar Mukherjee, Bharati, the Bengali Association of Thailand. Shri Shankar Mukherjee professionally works for the Bharatiya IT MNC company in Thailand. He's based in Bangkok with his family since last more than 18 years. Next, I would like to welcome Shri Mahesh Ramchandani, Thai Sindhi Association. Shri Mahesh Ramchandani, born in Thailand, is the director of the Thai Sindhi Association and joint secretary at the Bharat Thai Chamber of Commerce. Next, I would like to invite Shri Gopinathan, Thailand Tamil Sangam senior finance professional. Shri Gopinathan comes from the temple city of Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Next, I would like to welcome Shri Arvind Sachdev, Punjabi Hindu Samaj Dev Mandir, an entrepreneur born and educated in Thailand as director in businesses such as manufacturing, trading of textiles, hospitality, and real estate. Next, I would like to welcome Shri Avinash Singh, Hindu Dharma Sabha, Vishnu Temple. Avinash Singh is an MBA graduate from Symbiosis with a specialization in marketing. He was born in Kolkata and completed his bachelor's degree from Calcutta University. Next, I would like to invite Rajiv Yadav, Global Strategy Business Growth Leader for Large Corporate Thailand. Shri Rajiv Yadav has a doctorate in Business Administration and is a Global Strategy Business Growth Leader for a large corporate. Thank you.
Namaste. Hari Om. So today's session, and I had a press conference yesterday, and one of the journalists asked me, what is the World Hindu Congress doing about the organizations? And yesterday we heard at the plenary session that Hindu organizations are actually the solution for most of the problem that we are facing. And the reason we say organizations is because the organization organizes the community. So I would like to just spend 2 minutes briefing you all about what HOTA means. So this is a brainchild of Swami Vivekanandaji, and HOTA Forum is Hindu Organization, Temple and Association Forum. It's a branding, it's not an organization, we don't incorporate it, but what we do is it is a forum where everyone comes together. And when I say everyone, it actually means everyone, no matter which sampradaya, which belief you belong to, which sect, which language, it's an equal platform. There are a few salient features for this forum. The first one is it's inclusive. We do not discriminate. We do not judge anyone. And that is the first stage. When we invite someone to our home, we have to accept them as they are. And that is what HOTA Forum does. We start from a position of neutrality. It's also open for everyone. Just because we are inclusive and we accept everyone does not mean that we are not open. So if someone wants to join us, we say, yes, you can join us anytime. If they want to leave us, they can leave anytime. There is no membership fees. There is no membership agreement that they're asked to sign. They can come willingly, they can leave willingly. And I always say, if you see the benefits, you can stay with us. If you think this is not for you, good luck to you. We don't force you to stay here. But what I can tell you, I've said in my speech earlier, yesterday, that I have not seen any organization leave. I have expelled organizations. They don't leave willingly because they see the value in it. The last thing is equal representation. So we have temples like BAPS, Swaminarayan Temple, ISKCON Temple. They are biggest temples in our state and every state and territory where they are. But there may be a small Fiji community running a Ramayana Mandali. The representative of the Ramayana Mandali and BAPS or a Ganesha temple, they all are at equal footing. There is no extra voting power just because you represent a bigger organization. And that is integral to the concept of HOTA Forum. There are a few benefits, and we have said it again many times, and I would just reflect back to yesterday's plenary session about how Hindu organizations are critical for our growth and our sustainment. But the benefit that we have seen in Australia, specifically, is representation of communities together allows us to get recognition by the government. And I have my own laboratory, as I said earlier, my own social laboratory. So I started from zero, and our communities were there. They had individual representation. So the government will say, yes, BAPS is doing good work. Yes, Telangana community doing, they do tree plantation. But we did not have the recognition as a community, as a Hindu community. Through HOTA Forum, we have achieved that. And very small example that I gave earlier is blood donation. Every community donates blood. What we've done is we've collated the data and presented it as consolidated information, and that increases credibility of the government, or in our community in the eyes of government. And also the trust that community groups and individuals have in our organization. So one of the biggest challenges that I've seen is when some new temple comes up or someone starts a donation campaign, people call me, Pandey ji, what is happening? Do you trust them? So once you put up a donation campaign or a flyer, please donate money or please attend my event, the community members are suspicious. Is it again one of your political standoff that you're trying to benefit on back of us? Or are you genuinely interested in serving the community? So we have seen that slowly and gradually the trust has eroded. And we have to build that trust, and HOTA Forum helps us build that. The last thing is economy of scale. So individually, we can do a little bit, for example, no community has enough events in the year that they buy 200 chairs. How many times will they use those chairs? 4 times? And then they have a problem of storing it. The biggest problem in South Australia, I can speak on their behalf, is where do we store our materials? Because they apply for a grant, they get these big urns, a lot of chairs, tables, tents, but where do you keep them? Recently, the Indonesian Balinese Hindu Association imported $36,000 worth of musical instruments. Now they contacted me, Pandey ji, where do we keep it? So this is the problem of plenty. So when you have economies of scale, every organization does not have to buy their own chair, their own table. So recently, I've applied for a grant. I've got 200 chairs and 100 tables, and I've given the chairs to Vaishnav Sangh and the tables to Jain Sangh. They both have come up with their own new buildings, and I said to them, the condition is, VHP has bought it, we have received in a grant, you keep it, but you make it available for anyone who want to use it. Their only condition is that if someone is buying, renting or lending our tables, don't put non-vegetarian food on that. We said, okay, that's an easy solution. But you can see how economies of scale actually help the community to get together. So enough about HOTA Forum. So the reason we want to be here today is to actually give a demonstration. So this is a sample. You can see how it works. That when organizations come together, what results do we get? And we have seen this in Australia, in Victoria, in New South Wales, and in South Australia. But we want to demonstrate and share with you. So these 6 organizations that are represented on the stage today, my first question is, can you put your hand up if you have collaborated earlier? Oh, with each other. Okay, good. So you see that? So usually it's not a frequent phenomenon. So I would like to now request all the attendees who are here, the speakers, to briefly introduce their organization, their community, and do a bit of SWOT analysis. So that will give us a bit of insight of what each organization is feeling, because everyone is different. So this will just highlight how different they are and how similar they are. So Ramarathinam ji, you can take it from here.
Namaste. To start with the discussions, I would like to request Shri Shankar Mukherjee to talk about the Bengali Association of Thailand, to say a few words about in terms of what they are doing for the language development and the collaboration effort.
Yeah, good evening everybody. I hope you all had good hot tea or coffee. Okay. Thank you. Bengali Association in Thailand is around 28 or 30 years old organization. We have 65 registered members. When I'm saying 65 registered members, because they are paying annual membership. We have an annual membership fee structure, and we have 100 plus odd Bengali families. They come and visit us. So these are families. We consider a family as one member. So one family might have two people, 2 persons, 3 persons, or 4 persons, but it is considered as one member. So 65 registered members and 100 plus non-members. We organize Durga Puja, that's a mega event, 7 or 8 days program we do, morning to night. We also do Lakshmi Puja, Saraswati Puja, picnic, Rabindra Jayanti, Rabindranath Tagore's birth anniversary every year we celebrate. We have a particular place called India Thai Chamber of Commerce that is rented out at the beginning of the year for the whole year, and we celebrate all our programs there year after year. The strength of our association is mainly all our members are corporate people, so they are all work as CEO or directors or CFO in some Indian-based organization mainly, or MNCs, multinational companies, somewhere in Thailand. So we can get some kind of fund. So we are a break-even non-profit organizations. We just somehow manage our funding. Next strength is we get lot of attractions and lot of visitors from other associations due to our effort of calling them or requesting them to attend our event. The biggest drawback, the weakness, I think, our next generation is not learning our language and culture. Our language, Bengalis are known for its rich culture and rich language. If we talk about any field of Renaissance in India, you will see some Bengalis are featuring there. Talk about freedom movement, talk about literature, talk about even film industry, or Vedic side, talk about religious side, you will see some Bengali names. I'm not, because you all are well educated, well versed, you know the names I'm not talking about. So, but today, our next generation is lacking because they do not practice Bengali as a subject, Bengali as a language, and we are yet to do something very strong in that side. That's our strength and weaknesses. Over to the next panelist.
Thank you. Thank you, Shri Shankar Mukherjee. Now I request Shri Mahesh Ramchandani from Thai Sindhi Association to talk about the association and the activities.
Thank you very much. Namaste, everyone. Today, I'm a representative of the Sindhi Association in Thailand, which was set up since 1976, and all the Sindhi in the community, Sindhi community in Thailand. We have about less than 1,500 Sindhis around Thailand and about less than 1,000 Sindhis in Bangkok itself. Even though we are not a very large community, but we have many strengths. One of the strengths which I can see in the Sindhi community is Sindhis are very respectful to all religion. If you visit our Sindhi temple on Thong Law, Soy 25, the Prem Prakash Mandir, you will see lords and deities from Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, Durga Devi. Even you will see the Buddha statue there. Along with that, you will see the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy books of the Sikhs too. The second strength which I can see from the Sindhi community is we are very diligent and perseverance. We are considered to be called a mercantile community. We are good in business and trade too. The third strength which I could see from the Sindhi community, we are kind-hearted and generous. We are considered to be a benevolent community. And it proves that we successfully constructed our Sindhi temples in 1995. And along with that, we stand as a trustee of the Shanti Bhumi Noble Project, the project of the cremation ground, where all the contribution was done through the Sindhi community. When we see the strength, we also have weakness too. The weakness which I see is the diminishing of the Sindhi population in Thailand. The rest I will tell you later on what is the reason. And another thing is also the language usage. The Sindhi language is being very less used, and especially the written script of the Sindhis almost gone extinct. Anyway, the Sindhi Association, along with the temple, are trying our best to preserve the culture, the Sindhi cultural heritage, and along with the language too. So our community will not be deemed as lost and forgotten. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahesh. Now request Shri S. Gopinathan from Thailand Tamil Sangam to talk about the activities of Tamil Sangam and in terms of the collaborative efforts for the organization for development.
Hello, good evening everyone. Namaste, Sawadikap, Vanakkam. My name is Gopinathan and I belongs to Thailand Tamil Sangam. Thailand Tamil Sangam is in Thailand for more than 34 years, one of the longest organization here. And I associated with this Sangam is more than 18 years. I worked before as a ex-treasurer and cultural coordinator. And we have conducted many programs like Deepavali, Pongal, Navaratri, and a lot of Bharat culture events. And even we have conducted with the other association like badminton, cricket before also to integrate. We tried to integrate the other association also. We did many programs. And in my experience as a Tamil community and working with the association, our strength is one thing is a longevity. Is 34 years we are running this association successfully. And another one, our major committee members are from various professional experts. Mainly, we are working in big companies as a similar to Bengali association. Our members is working as a CEO and a chartered accountant and professors, teachers in various universities here. So we have a leverage to access various knowledge experts at a free of cost. So they can share which course you can go. So they can guide. We have a guiding session also. And also we are providing some discount for our Tamil community students who is studying in international schools here. And we have some special admission process for universities also. And another third strength is that we have translated 3 of our classical Tamil literature into Thai language. One is Thirukural, written by Thiruvalluvar, and then that is released by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his visit in Bangkok. That is one of our good contribution, because our culture can go to the next level only if you translate into their languages. And we have distributed to free to all the universities here also. And also we have translated Silapadikaram and Manonmaniyam. These are all 2 classic Tamil literature. So 3 books we already translated into Thai. So to spread our Bharat culture and Hinduism, one way you need to translate into many languages. Even I want to access some of the Hindi classical into English. I want to read that. Similarly, there are great poets are there in all the languages. So one way we need to integrate, we need to translate it to English. English we need to use as a medium to develop our Hinduism. That's my concern. And one weakness during this period, what I saw is that the unity. It's a lack of unity because each Tamil people represent in back of some political influences. They are not representing as a Tamil or they are not representing as a Bharatian. They are representing some of the background of the political influence that makes some pseudo-secularism also. Because the secularism means everyone, the Hindus should follow the secularism. That means we need to treat other community also equal. But the other community, they don't need to follow the secularism because Christian is considered as a Christian in India and Muslim is considered as a Muslim. They are not doing the secularism, but every Hindu has to do the secularism because we are the majority people, they are the minority people. So one way is to eradicate this. We need to unite all and stand that we are one country and we are one Bharat. That's a thing. That's my motive actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Gopinathan ji. I would now request Shri Arvind Sachdev to talk about the Punjabi Hindu Samaj, Dev Mandir.
Jai Shri Ram. Okay, I'm from Hindu Samaj Dev Mandir, Thailand. This year we complete 98 years of Hindu Samaj, Thailand. It started in 1921. I'm privileged to say that I'm a third generation where my grandfather and many of my elders have been president of this association associated with it. We currently, our current location is 55 years old. And we have chosen the day of Dasera to open our mandir. We are well rooted because we have been privileged by so many gurus and didis and acharyas from India periodically. We are very humble to say that we are recognized by the religious department, the cultural ministry and the government of Thailand, and we are always participating alongside our brothers from other associations to make our voice heard, to let people know that we are not just among ourselves, but we are for humanity. And furthermore, since it's been a long journey, we have done a lot of other activities in and out of the mandir with the help from charitable people. Even the non-Hindus are participating. They are even contributing for Priti Bhojans. We have a lot of foreigners on a daily basis who are hungry, who have the thirst to know about our Sanatan Dharma. And we are always there with open arms to guide them. And we have bilingual Pandits who also we teach them Thai and English so that there is inclusivity and more understanding for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvind ji. I now request Shri Avinash Singh ji to talk about the Hindu Dharma Sabha and Vishnu Temple.
Jai Shri Ram, everyone. I am a member of Hindu Dharma Sabha Shri Vishnu Temple, a temple located in Sathon, downtown Bangkok. It is a temple which has a history of over 100 years, formed in 1920. And we are one of the few Hindu associations who have direct patronage from the King of Thailand. Our members consist of people who have roots in Purvanchal region in Uttar Pradesh, Bharat. And our diaspora is a very strong diaspora with members over 150,000, currently residing all over Thailand. We proudly organize one of the biggest Durga Pujas outside of India, where we celebrate all 9 days of Durga Puja, and each day we have around 4,000 to 5,000 footfalls in the temple complex. Also, we run Mukti Dham, the crematorium, servicing all Indian diasporas, all Hindu brothers and sisters in Thailand. And I would like to say that the strength is in our numbers, in our history, and we are deep into the cultural aspect of spiritualism. We have priests who have come from Kashi and India who have done their beards and everyone. So we can give all the spiritual to our next generation. We celebrate all major festivals with much pomp at the temple, be it Holika Dahan, which we organize along with VHP, Shivratri, Holi functions, then we have Lakshmi Puja, and then we have a 10-day Ganesha festival also in the temple. And I hope that as you are all visiting from abroad, if you can spare some time and visit the temple, okay, you visit, thank you.
Thank you, Avinash ji. I would now request Shri Rajiv Yadav to talk about the Odia community, Thailand.
Jai Shri Ram. The Odia community in Thailand is almost 23 years old, started in 2000. And relatively, we have close to around 100 families with 200 members, relatively young, mostly service class. And our association is closely engaged in having all the Odia festivals, including Diwali, Dashera, Puja, Ganesh Puja, Saraswati Puja, to augment and facilitate the members to work closely. And the challenge which I see is still the same across the panel as to how is it that we can share our culture and values, including the learnings what we have had to the younger generation. That continues to be a challenge as of now. Thank you.
Thank you all panelists. Now the pattern will be, we will be asking some questions about in what way the organizations can come together, they can talk, or how they can see, the activities can be promoted. We'll first go through a few questions to the panelists and get them to answer. And after this, we'll have Q&A sessions. I'll hand you over to Rajendra Pandey to start questions.
Thank you, Ramarathinam ji, and thank you all the panelists for sharing your strengths and weaknesses. Now I'll just ask you to answer, maybe any two of you to answer these questions, and we'll see where we go from there. So and we all have seen that you said that there are organizations that are 90 years old. Two of you have created crematoriums. One of you is very successful in attracting non-Hindus to your temple. But if you were to look at action items that you would need some support from the other community organization, is there something that you would like, or it would help if someone else also helped you, or any collaboration? So three of you actually put your hand up, right? When I said who is collaborating with each other. Looking at that experience itself, so what you've done already, what is that you would like other to actually help you with? And or maybe the others who haven't collaborated earlier. Is there anything that you would like to collaborate with the others where you can use their help? Anyone?
So I would like to point out that the temple complex we also have a community hall with kitchen and everything fitted out. So any community associations who would like to hold their functions or anything, all religion purpose or anything, they can obviously be invited to our temple to hold it at the temple. Because it's a pious place, instead of holding at a hotel or in a banquet hall. Because see, temples run on donations and charities. So that is also one way for us to, get donations. So I would like to invite all our association friends. We have, as Sir said, that we have around 70th association in Thailand. At least if 20 come every year. So there is a pool of money coming towards the development of the temple. And obviously, being one of the biggest temples here, and we do have the framework and everything in place for helping out other associations with regards to them, any questions they have, because we are into this for long term and would like to take the whole Hindu community with us forward. We are working very hard, and I'm sure everyone is working very hard to spread Hinduism and its culture and aspects and the
Okay, now my
positiveness.
question was just, number one, we don't call it Hinduism. There's a declaration yesterday, we call it Hindu Dharma. So make a note of that. And so no more preaching. So my question was, what can you offer? And I think that's amazing. So in the first 5 minutes of the discussion, we already have that Vishnu Mandir is offering their hall for the other community organizations. So now my question is, if you can raise your hands, except Vishnu Mandir, would you be able to use their facility?
Sure.
Okay. Anyone else? Put your hand up if you can. So who Bengali Association, can you use their facility if you need it? We already have. You already have? So there you go. So this is one small example of, from one question we can find out. Some of them have not used it earlier, but the others have used, they are open to using their facility. So rather than hiring a banquet hall and your money goes to a banquet hall, that money goes to a temple. And that's how you serve and protect and strengthen Dharma. So just one small example. You want to say something? Yes, go on.
Hello. Yeah. When it comes to us, what we can lend as a helping hand, I guess we would be able to lend cultural support to anybody. You want any kind of assistant to in your musics, in your directions, or in a play, in acting, or any kind of cultural show to put up, Bengali Association will be more than happy to assist you. What we need what Rajendra ji said at the beginning, chairs, tables, those kind of infrastructure support if we can get from Vishnu Temple or others, we would be more than happy to get it. But Vishnu Temple already supports us. Our Durga Pratima is built at their premise every year along with their idol. So thanks Vishnu Temple for that on this podium.
Thank you. Is there anything else that is not being done? I'll ask again. So for example, Anilji, do you think anything else from your perspective that you can actually leverage off anything that has been offered? So we have 2 offers right now.
One thing, like it mentioned, we said there are around 76 associations within Thailand, right? It would be good if, this, as a first step, right, one of the first action item is we could have all of them integrated, or integrated means technically connected, right? And most of us would be networked, and we could facilitate that. So possibly from around 100 families or 500 families, it would be more than around 2,500 or 3,000 families, and working together with independent charter, but at least with a larger scale.
So Rajiv ji has just stolen my thunder. So this was the outcome at the end of the session. So thank you, Rajiv ji. Now we can all go home. But the idea is just, this is the example wherein if all organizations come together, we can definitely achieve a lot more. But before we start attracting numbers, we have to build a nucleus, the core, so that 6 of you have to demonstrate to the others. How can you sell it to the others when you still haven't worked it out between yourself? True. But that's what HOTA Forum is going to provide you. So what we are leading towards this is, after having this, and this is how I facilitate it in South Australia or in any other HOTA Forum across the world, is having an open conversation, honest, sincere, being vulnerable and asking with open hands, this is what I'm doing, what are you doing, and then investigating where we can collaborate. If Vishnu Mandir says, we want you to charge this much money, you can say, look, we haven't raised fund this time, can you give us a discount? And Vishnu Mandir says, look, you're doing a good job, we are happy to do that for you. And that is how you collaborate. It's as simple as that. There is no science behind it. It's not a patented technology. It's just having an honest and sincere conversation with each other. Ramarathinam, do you want to ask another question? Next one.
We all know the Matribhasha is very important, our own language. Now, if you approve the language of our main mother tongue, then there goes the culture. So one of the very important aspects of maintaining and promoting culture and retaining our valuable culture will be to teach our mother tongue or the language, Matribhasha. Now on that aspect, I didn't hear from many of you that they've been teaching languages. Now just a little bit of background in Australia, there are organizations for each language like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and of course I'm also a Sanskrit teacher myself, so we are trying to teach our school-going children the language. Very important. And that we hope that puts some sort of a foundation, basic blocks for the maintaining and promoting our culture. Now I would like to get any of you to say about what you're doing in terms of the language? Are you teaching? And you have any plans in the future?
Yes, may I? In Hindu Samaj, Dev Mandir has started a Hindu Learning Resource Center. We have got Hindi classes, we have Thai classes, and we have English classes. When I go to the Hindi classes, I see more foreigners than Indian. Please don't be surprised, because we are here for the last 3 to 4 generations. Our children are not fluent in Hindi. They don't read and write Hindi. They are not educated in India. So we want to let them come and learn the language. In turn, what we are blessed and what we are touched by the answers when I go to these Hindi classes, I see Italian, I see Chinese, I see Japanese, I see Thais, I see everyone, I see American. And many of them, when asked that, why are you learning Hindi? You'll be surprised of the answer. They said, we want to understand your text better, your books better, your teachings better. And the only way we can come to know the deep meaning of it is by learning the language. So it's very commendable that there's more and more interest from them. And for the Thai classes and English classes, we have our Indian brothers and sisters coming to learn, because they could be the first generation to be here. They could have been here less than 10 years. Some have been here for more than 10 years, but they have no clue of the language. And not that we teach them only the written language. There is also oral, the speaking, and all that. So for everyday life, they get to use the Thai language better. And that will also elevate their job opportunity. I mean, they'll get better livelihood by knowing the language better. As we all know, in Thailand, language is a big problem. You don't know Thai, you are a little bit on the handicap side. So it's working, it's going well, so thank you.
That's good to know. Good to know. Very good. Mahesh ji, do you have anything to add here in this language?
For the language?
Yeah.
Well, as I just mentioned about the Sindhi community, the language usage among the community is very less, and it's quite alarming. But we still don't have Sindhi classes and as yet. But we are concentrating to build more on the cultural part, like. We have started a subcommittee of the youth, of Sindhi youth, and we have given them responsibility to do some events or something to show the importance and appreciation. And that's what I think all the community must look into it as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, Ramarathinam ji, can I repeat this question? So what is your community doing for language? So how are you? So you mentioned earlier language is one of the issues.
No, it's a big issue for us, but we have not had any classes as yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
but
That's the question.
We should,
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah. Anyone else like to add on the language?
Okay. Anyone else is running language classes? No.
I think
Except
maybe perhaps from Australia we can provide some inputs on this. We'll talk later. We have quite a few classes happening. Okay. So the other part is that, we talked about the language, the importance of it, and how it assists for promoting, and retaining our Hindu culture. So even though you're not conducting classes, do you think it's going to promote and retain our valuable culture, Hindu culture? Do you think so? Anyone would like to add something?
Yeah, first thing, actually, the overseas childrens, they don't know Bharati language. Even my children, they cannot write Tamil. They can speak Tamil. I think the first step, I need to teach my children first. And then, of course, I am very much interested in Tamil. There are some classes conducted by the other groups of Tamil community here. And it's all basic level. And the thing is, the learning is something you need to continuously do. Then only you can remember and you can apply. If there is a break, then we will forget. So how to involve them continuously is the big challenge. We can conduct the classes in breaks, in sessions, but how they make interest in that language. So one thing, what I propose to all the committees in way of a collaboration, I think the first thing, the purpose of learning the language is to understand our Hinduism culture. So what we can do, I can give a model also immediately in front of, just I got the idea. We can take some essence of Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana, and we can provide some 10 pages in some specific chapter, and we can ask them to distribute to all our children. And after that, all the association children can attend a quiz, so that at least they will read the 10 pages of the Bhagavad, and we will recognize them with the reward, and that reward also will affect some of our like Chhatrapati Shivaji, our pride, our movement we can give to them. This way we can, I think our children also can connect with our Hindu culture, because I am much worried about the youth who is in overseas, because they are totally disconnected. They are celebrating Valentine's Day, they are celebrating Christmas, but they are not celebrating that much Hindu enthusiasm with Deepavali and Pongal, because all are studying in international school and they are promoting Christianity. So this is the way all the association, 5 pages, we distribute them, let them
good
read.
point. Let's not
Yeah.
solutionize it. So I think you already answered your own question, is
That's
that
right, yeah.
because there is no language that is being taught, that is why they're losing touch. So
Yes.
that's a root cause analysis.
Yes.
So solutions, that's a good idea, but whether it's a practical solution, that we all can figure out, right? So we don't need to have a solution right now, but as Ramarathinam ji said, there are a lot of models that we have, and in Thailand also you have models. You have to just figure out how to implement it across all the other organizations.
Certainly from that point, from the way how we are conducting classes in Australia, we will be able to provide some inputs on it offline, and how we can promote and encourage the children to be part of it, to, sort of always, keep them, on the interest, make sure they're attending classes, they give some sort of rewards, and, that way they also get some sort of pride, when they start performing in a stage kind of thing, certainly something we can think about it. The other question which I have, probably, we all know that, Sanskritam has got a, basically is associated with all the Indian languages. So, how do you see learning of Sanskrit or Sanskrit language as per se will be helpful in maintaining and promoting our other languages knowledge as well as culture? Anyone would like to answer?
Yeah, before I answer, I would like to say Sanskrit not only influenced Indian languages, Sanskrit actually influenced a lot of languages worldwide. Even Thai language is originated from Sanskrit. Lot of words in Thai language, I mean, my good friends Anil and Arvind, they would be able to say much more than me, but those words are Sanskrit word. Rajdabhishek, road Rajdabhishek. The meaning is, king's, yeah. So there are a lot of, I'm giving just 1 or 2 examples. So Prime Minister is called Pradhan Mantri. I mean, the way they pronounce may be different, but Sanskrit is a mother language even for a lot of foreign languages.
But Shankar ji, we all know, you're preaching to the converted. Okay. What is the Bengali Association doing, or what do you think about promoting Sanskrit and teaching Sanskrit in your association?
We are not doing anything.
Good. So that's where it ends. Because we all know, we are preaching to the converted. We all know Sanskrit is important.
Correct.
But this demonstrates, we know yoga is good. Yoga is good. How many people do yoga in the morning? I know that my mother says, eat less food. But how many of us, control our diet? So this is where
Absolutely, I agree.
So what I'm agreeing on is that yes, language is important for all of us.
Correct.
Language helps retain culture. I bought a Tamil, I was so influenced by Akila ji and all our VHP members. I bought a Tamil calendar which has the alphabets. And it was so hard. So if you gave me 10 pages of any other material, I won't be able to read it. If your kids can't read Tamil alphabets, I can assure you that 10 pages on Shivaji will not be helpful. So it has to start from elementary, how to identify the alphabets. So there is a process to it.
Correct.
What I'll suggest, and this is what I'll share experience from South Australia. The Chinese Association has 600 students. So South Australia is a very small state. Out of the entire country in Australia, that's the smallest state, smallest population. Yet we have 500 students in one Chinese school. We have 650 Vietnamese students in Vietnamese school. And this actually has given political mileage and strong arm for the community. So Vietnamese community is recognized by the government more because they have more students in their language school. So it extrapolates the language to the political power that you have. So we may think, oh, I'll teach, Hindu, Vishnu temple will start their own Hindi school. Then, the Hindu Samaj will start their own Hindi school. What happens? We get divided.
Correct.
So my suggestion is, let us explore possibility, and this is again a suggestion, that explore the possibility of having one language school run collaboratively. So Rajiv ji cannot teach Bengali, Shri cannot teach Tamil, wherein we provide volunteers. Maybe Vishnu Mandir can provide a facility with all the table chairs you already have on a Sunday, and all kids come there and they have their own independent teachers supplied by the organizations, and you have language at one center. Now it could be outside the temple, but I would suggest do it in the temple, any of the temple.
May I say something? That it's a good gesture and we have not thought of it, but I'll be glad to share with you that Hindu Samaj, Dev Mandir, Thailand, has Bharat Vidyalaya School. We have 508 students today. Why I know the exact number? I'm also on the school board. So I'll be glad. Why we have these classes is because we have facilities. When on every week and on weekends we have classes. So we will open these classes, and from now I will share the link with all of you. You can contact our secretariat. You can enroll yourself for Thai classes, English classes, Hindi classes for your children.
Okay, now the difference is, they don't want to enroll in Thai and English classes.
Hindi classes.
So no, let me finish. So we want Tamil classes, we want Bengali classes, we want Sindhi classes. So what you have is infrastructure, you just extrapolate it to provide services to the others. So this is where you take a step
I will
back.
need their help for the teachers.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it's a collaborative model, and that's where others actually benefit. So HOTA Forum, in brief, is actually like a world wide web. I say to everyone, you plug into the system, you have immediate access to the resources and information. But to do that, you have to give some power. When you plug into the internet, it takes some power away from you as well. So that is where we have to take a step back to allow others to enter into our own organization and be a bit more humble, more respectful to the needs of the other community. And then you will see the boundaries just disappear.
I just want to add.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just wanted to add one more point with Rajendra ji. Through the HOTA, the Hindu Organization Temple Associations, we have not only the temples association, we also have language-based organizations in New South Wales, in Sydney. So there are schools teaching Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, and so on. So rather than we start doing some of these things, I think if an organization like HOTA formed in Bangkok, with bringing all those organizations together, let's not reinvent the wheel. So let's start sending our children, whoever, the mother tongue, they can go to the respective schools, and they can be part of the HOTA, and then networking, collaborating, all these things will happen by itself. So this is just a suggestion to add. Okay.
No. So anyways, we are running out of time. Before I sum up, do you have any other questions that anyone would like to ask? Rakesh, yes, microphone. Yes, and if you can just keep it to questions, that will be really appreciated.
Namaste, I am Brij Garg from Boston area, Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America there. Some of you mentioned that the next generation is not participating as much. So one thing we tried is last 2 years we have run a storytelling contest. The children have to make a video of their own, less than 5 minutes, and submit it, and then they are judged and they are honored in our annual Hindu Heritage Day on the stage. And one parent also is honored at the same time. So the children come, whoever has participated. Now, one of the secrets is that we don't tell them that everybody is going to get a prize. When we visit their house or something, they say, oh, I told a story about Ranti Dev and I got a $25 prize. Now, the thing I remember is that when I was much younger, I participated in something, and if I got a prize.
Okay, so sorry, sir. We got the idea. Thank you so much for sharing it, and I think we already suggested something similar. Any other question? Yes, it'll come to you.
One suggestion as a HOTA. Can they start like one function together as the 15th of August or a kite flying or something, that they can do together?
That is on my action item. This is my summary. I'll do that.
And one just question to all, because I never heard, of course, there are multiple generations here. Do they speak your language at home? Tamil, Telugu, Odia, or Bengali? Because that you must keep. That is at least a first start, that everyone should have this thing. And the last one is, one suggestion. Nowadays, a lot of teachers are available online from India. It costs less. And we have tried in English and math in Bihar and other places. We'll do that as HOTA once they come together.
Good idea.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Akhilaji, one question for. Yeah, that's one of the action items. Thank you.
We need the model to start HOTA in Thailand. So we will get the pamphlet and the ideas from those who are running from Adelaide and New South Wales.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम कांजी भाई पटेल, मैं यूके से हूँ. I had few questions. Some of them been answered, but पहला तो ये है, does any organization here have some kind of link in Bharat? I give you example, in UK where I live, there's two temples. One is Swaminarayan, one is Ram Mandir. Swaminarayan is directly inspired or governed from Bharat, and Ram Mandir is independent. And we see that an organization which is guided by the Bharat, they're doing very much better. So is there any temple here which has some kind of links in Bharat where you get spiritual guidance? Second question was, most of the organization is either language or community based. Do you think that is a strength or weakness? Because we want to grow bigger, but I am a Sindhi organization, so I can't grow bigger because there's a limited Sindhi community. So is that a weakness or strength?
Okay.
And third one, sorry.
No, okay, I'll just take two questions.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll answer the second question. Cultural diversity is a strength. It is not a weakness. It's about how you see that. Just because you know 3 languages does not mean you're weak. No, I'm telling you, this is the answer. There is no other answer. India, Bharat, is a diverse country. No other country is as diverse as Bharat. We are a conglomerate of different cultures. We have to see it as an asset rather than a liability. There is no way, and I've been through those discussions, wherein, having one language, this, that, the other. We are never going to do that. Every culture is different. Sindhi culture is as important as Tamil culture, and we have to make sure we preserve every culture. So the jokes that you have in Sindhi language are jokes that are different in Tamil language. So you can't have, one similar thing. So let us learn to enjoy all the other jokes. And that's why I try to learn Tamil. So Akhilaji, our General Secretary, she speaks to me in Tamil, and I try to understand. That is what we have to do. Genuine respect for Sindhi, for Tamil, for Kannada, for Telugu. And that is how we should approach it, rather than saying, oh, it's actually a liability. Just a change of perspective. Sorry, we need a microphone before you say something, sir. Sorry. No, she has the microphone, please. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. My question to all the temples, Do you also have classes for Puja Vidhanam or chanting for kids? Because back in India, I didn't get a chance, but I got an opportunity in Singapore to learn through people who are from temples or they're living nearby to our house. But are we having the same system in Thailand?
So we are in the process of constructing a new building in the temple complex, and we have been having think tanks and we have been having meetings of how to use the new building properly. So we are thinking about from next year onwards, after the completion of the building, to first have Swadhyay classes for kids. And slowly and steadily, as you said, chanting and all mantras and everything, slowly, because right now our temple is at a stage where we have learned priests and acharyas from India who we think can be, who have also ran their own gurukuls in India. So we think they would be the apt teachers for the next generation here. So first, let's take the first step. Next year, we'll start a Swadhyay for the kids, hopefully, and then we'll go forward with that.
It's a universal problem for all that, like brother here just mentioned, Valentine and Christmas are more celebrated. I agree fully with him. Where is Janmashtami? Where is Diwali? Where is Shivratri? Where is Navaratri? Where is Ganesha festival? Yes, it's a 1 day or 1 week that we say, beta, it's 7 days affair. 1 day, come with us. So, okay. So that is.
Thank you. Next question.
Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, so carry on. I'm pointing towards you.
Hello. Thanks a lot to the HOTA committee to bring all the heads of the association in Thailand on the same platform, on the same table. So first of all, thanks to the HOTA committee. And I feel there should be a coordination between the different temples, and there should be a meeting once in 3 months, if not every month, so that if there is anything, they can exchange the information and details. I'm very happy. After 30 years, in the last 30 years, I'm seeing first time all the heads of all the associations are
I would like to answer that. Before the meeting,
right. Thanks
Jay and Avinash, we were together, and we said that we should hold this twice a year among ourselves to start with.
Sure.
We have decided that before this meeting.
Thank you very much for your blessings. And I would say, so they are not leaders, they are representatives. Number two, the community has to support them, just like what you did, thanking them, because this is a thankless job. So when they go back, people will ask them 10 questions, this, that, the other, right? So you people like you have to stand up and say, thank you for doing this, and we want you to collaborate. Sir, who is the next question?
Yeah, in the year 2013, the then Ambassador of India, Shri Anil Wadhwaji, he tried to do this actually. I think most of you know that. And the first meeting was held by the IIT Alumni Association. At that time, I was the president of the IIT Alumni Association in Thailand. Then there are two organizations which emerged. So, one was the Indian Social Club of Thailand.
So what's the question, sir?
Yeah, I'll come to that. And the second one is Indian Club of Thailand, Indian Association of Thailand. And many efforts are done. One is this sports.
So what's the question, sir? What's the question?
Yeah, the question is that how to associate these two associations with HOTA.
Okay. So in fact, there are 78 organizations, if I've heard it right.
May I answer that question because I know it thoroughly. India Association Thailand, you're talking about IAT. It was formed many, many years ago and went docile, it went quiet. And all of a sudden it came up and said, now all of you temple, listen to us. So I'm sorry for, maybe it's a good gesture, but you don't tell elected body that we are selected and we will rule over you. There's
Thank
no
you, sir.
democracy.
So Swami Vivekananda ji, yesterday he said, Everyone wants to be an umbrella organization, so there are a lot of umbrella organizations. Then they want to be a federation of umbrella organizations. So this is a classic example. And that's what I said, the ground rules or the definition of HOTA, that it's inclusive, it's open, it's not a body. Everyone is an equal partner and they can walk in, walk out. They're not our members, they're partners. So you are a HOTA partner, you're not a HOTA member, we're not an umbrella body. We are providing a platform where we provide the secretariat services and we make sure that you interact with each other in an organized way. We run sessions just like this. So as I said to you earlier before we started, I'll give you a demo. This is how I run my HOTA session in South Australia. And that is how I've expanded from 27 to 86 organizations. And that is why they stay with us. That is why politicians come and respect us. So I'll now summarize. And one important benefit, I forgot about it when I was giving my first opening speech. There is and again, we have representatives from Victoria and New South Wales, then attest to the fact, in Australia, you must have seen the news, the Khalistanis have attacked temples in Australia. And I would like to tell you, in South Australia, they have not done that. And not because South Australia is not a hotbed of Khalistanis. There are 3 Sikh temples currently in South Australia who are breeding Khalistanis. There was a Vishnu Parishan Karyakarta, Prant Pramukh, who was murdered in Punjab. The planning was done in UK, the funding came from Canada, and the person went from Australia, Adelaide. It's a news item. So this is how bad things are in South Australia. However, when we are united, because the Hindu community is united, they think 10 times before doing anything. And this is the benefit of having HOTA Forum. It's an unseen advantage. And recently, on 15th of August, there was a Lieutenant General who's an MP. He was visiting South Australia. The Khalistanis issued a threat that will come and demonstrate. All it took was 2 phone calls and they withdrew their threat. All I'm saying is, there are bigger advantages in addition to this. So let's not get worried about the other associations who are already there. They are more than happy to come, but they'll get 1 vote, just like everyone else. So the outcome that I want to lay forward is, so we already decided that we are meeting, so that's the advantage, that these people are already smart enough. Sorry sir? बताइए, चलिए, हमारे स्पीकर हैं, को आदर देता हूँ. Only a question. हाँ, ठीक है.
देखिए, मुश्किलें तो बहुत है. इंशा के आगे सब कुछ गंवारा है, ईमान के आगे रोशनी बदनाम न हो जाए, इस डर से रख रहे हैं एक दिया तूफान के आगे. हमारे अपने जितने भी पैनलिस्ट हैं, और थाई में मैंने देखा है कि वो अलग अलग समाज से अलग अलग वो अपने अपने कार्य कर रहे हैं. मैं केवल एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ कि क्या वर्ष में एक बार, 6 महीने में एक बार आप सब मिल के कोई कार्य करते हैं? बस
इसका आंसर मेरे पास है सर. That is the way forward. So I'm very, I don't believe in democracy. So I'll prescribe and they'll leave it to them to decide what to do. So basically, as I said, World Wide Web of HOTA Forum, we'll share what we do. And it works for Australia. You can copy and paste without any charges. और नहीं हुआ तो पैसा वापस, क्योंकि हमने लिया ही नहीं ना. Good. So you got the asterisk. So what I'm proposing is that in Australia, we do Raksha Bandhan. So what Samaj suggested, Diwali, Holi, Sankranti, everyone does this festival. Pongal, many people who do that. No one celebrates Raksha Bandhan. So my proposal is, the way forward is that 2024, you form a HOTA Forum. You have a HOTA Forum already. It's there for you. It's yours. वो हमारा VHP का नहीं है. I always say, we didn't VHP, I wasn't born with VHP logo on my skin like Karna came with, Surya Kavach. So it is here only for you to use. You have to use it properly with due respect. Respect is the ground rule. So you have HOTA Forum, you launch Raksha Bandhan. I promise I'll come from Australia and help you run it. You need to organize it, everything. And I won't ask you for any travel expenses, don't worry. And in that Raksha Bandhan, you give opportunity to everyone to participate. So everyone is doing something or the other. They take responsibility. It's like, ghar mein, if there is a marriage, there are 4 brothers, it's everyone's marriage. It's not, you can't say it's your marriage, you do everything. We take responsibility. Similarly, the organizations take responsibility of organizing it collectively and giving recognition to everyone. And what we do is when we do Raksha Bandhan, I'll explain to you in detail, but we appoint a host. The host transitions every year. So Sindhi Association can do 2024, the Bengali Association can do 2025. We, in South Australia, we have bookings made till 2032. People have lined up to host HOTA Forum. That is the value. People say, I said, I don't even know if I'll be alive. You're booking till 2023. The next thing will be volunteer award and recognition. So one thing that we also need to do is to recognize our volunteers. So Akilaji and Swamiji also says volunteer recognition is very important. They do a thankless job. However, if I say thank you to Ramarathinam ji, that is one thing. But if we acknowledge them on a larger stage, it makes a bit more different. Volunteers don't do it for thanking. They don't do it for gratitude, that you need to thank them. But saying thank you is the least we can do to appreciate what they have done. So that is the other model that you need to implement. The last thing is you have to look at each other as a force multiplier. So you all have Facebook pages. You may have Twitter handles or the X or Instagrams, if your young people are running it for you. If someone shares a post from Gita Parivar, for example, all it takes for me is to repost it. If someone is organizing Durga festival, there are so many people who are actually, they don't even know that there is a Durga festival happening, at least in South Australia. So all I do is, I share their flyer to the larger community. And that genuine, open-hearted attitude actually builds trust. And if you have trust, if you have respect, nothing can stop you. You still retain your individual identity. As I said, Thiruvalluvar is Thiruvalluvar. You cannot dilute it. What you can do is, learn it in Tamil and help others read it and understand it in English. And that is the best thing you can offer. Similarly, Bengali culture. Like you mentioned about the cultural capital. However, what are you doing to share it? But HOTA Forum gives you an opportunity of doing that. With that, I would like to sum up. Thank you so much. Hari Om, I will see you in 2026. Namaste. Thank you, panelists. Namaste.